Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we're keeping it all here in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sly's going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
Promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school at Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out that will be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st down throw. Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. This is going to be down to just about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run. Etienne. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up, that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chimere DK on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out to the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
We talk all the time, Kate, of the NFL at times being a copycat league, and there's no question the success of Penix and Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and all of their experience they brought to the NFL game was attractive to Tennessee, taking Cam Ward 1-1. This guy has been there and done it and seen it all at the college level. Now he's got to bring that experience and watch it flourish in the NFL.
First down throw here for Ward. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Ward's going to throw here on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's him bringing up 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
On coming now from the Titans on this 4th down. On comes Johnny Hecker. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during a game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
The catch is made near the edge. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run in 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. ETN again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. They go right back to ETN. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Which is a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Pass brought in by Parker Washington. He's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Little knocks it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. And 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Now on the return, here's DK. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? This is a 3 and out to begin this game. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
3rd and long for him here. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They kick the running back in motion. Lawrence with it on 1st. He can run it. And gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. You just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
We've set it downs from 37. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lawrence working from the gun. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver left. Out of the gun to give to Etienne. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On play action now, Lawrence. Complete left side to Thomas. And this one does not go far.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing a 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Little knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Now on the return, here's DK. Things going well so far. That's some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st down now, ball at the 33. DK motioning right. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Case. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. And this is lofted deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion. But the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
Just kind of one of those moments sitting up here in the booth where you're like, man, if they're going to find a way to get the first points, somebody has got to step up. Just have not been able to find even that first completion yet. So whether it's running the ball, playing even better defense, they've got to pick the QB up somehow, some way.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Escapes the defender. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Absolutely fires this one, right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Lawrence to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Now it's Lawrence. Complete right side to Washington. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Titans sending out some nickel coverage here. 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete. It's Myers. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Late tackle there to bring up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going to try with ETN. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Titans ready to take over on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward finds his man. It's Van Jefferson. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Well, they will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 here. Ward goes right back to Jefferson. Complete. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans make it a one-score game in the 1st half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. LaQuint Allen to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to Thomas. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And he's right near that 1st down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
1. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lawrence here running the sneak. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him out to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. It's the Jags in front here at Everbank. All set now. 1st and 10. Now a carry by Etienne. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Wheeled in by Thomas. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Completes another one to Thomas. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars bump the lead up to 13 points. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Julius Chestnut to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Ward. That's complete to Alec Iomana. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun snap now to Ward. On the move, headed right. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Ward off the play fake. And this one is launched downfield. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Lawrence working from the gun. Caught quickly on the slant. He's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Has the distance, but hit it well left. No good. And their lead will remain at 13. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the third, it'll be the Titans offense we see first. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Fourier looking with the pick. And the Jaguars have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
So first down from the 41. Here's Lawrence to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now. They need 7. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that the quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
The Titans in the nickel for third down. They'll run here, Etienne. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash.
54-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And their lead will remain at 13.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Pollard. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Pollard. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down from the 42. They give to Pollard from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Ward setting the pass. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now they don't have an answer for this guy. Maybe time to turn the line to Chip and find some way to protect the quarterback.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. To the air with Ward. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Joey Slye for the Titans field goal attempt. It's a 39-yarder. Sly's kick is up and good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This is Allen to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. This is ETN, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a quick throw out wide. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Complete right side to Washington. And he's tackled for a short gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Titans' 48-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lawrence looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars make it a 16-point ball game.
And every year, it's kind of like the Baskin-Robbins of tight ends. You get all sorts of different flavors. You get inline blockers. You get guys that can run routes. You got guys that can do a little bit of everything. And then you get a game changer. And this guy's a game changer.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarrett loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. Physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. He's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Ward's going to throw it. He finds Chigakokwo for the grab. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Ward now. Hits him on the out route. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and the Titans have the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
First down throw here for Ward. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Ward. He's going to push one deep down to the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's looking deep once again. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast as windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On now comes their punter. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 8.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. Jaguars have the football. They're going to be up a couple of scores as we start our 4th quarter. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On play action now, Lawrence. Connects on the crosser. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And that goes for a gain of 11. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Lawrence with it on first. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down to 22. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Completes another one to Thomas. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, Lawrence hits his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
ETN on 3rd down. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence working from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a first down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's another for it. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning and some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding that fourth-quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars making a 24-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's DK. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He scraped together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
I mean, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. It's Ironman downfield. He's got it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Liam Cohen is going to make the officials take another look at this one, partner. He is challenging the call.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge by Liam Cohen unsuccessful. The call on the field's going to stand. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On the draw, the gift to Pollard. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They give to Pollard on the option. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 8 on that one, and that's good for a Tennessee first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st and 10 here. Ward. Okonkwo brings it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Titans trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. You get a first down, that's a bonus.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Right back to Pollard. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And again for Pollard. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
This is 3rd and goal. Ward. Unfortunately, the Titans were able to jump back on that one. No turnover on the play.
Recovered by the offense.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. They're going to try to throw for it. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Now Ward bringing the Titans to the line. They're going for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.